All right. Is that Ron Higgs in and out?
Yeah, Ron has his
Ron. See you later.
His standing meeting that he has every Thursday at 8 a.m. So he can't get on now. So we're gonna roll the video on LinkedIn and get going there.
Those jobs are a bitch.
All right, everyone. Welcome once again to the Exit Your Way Business Roundtable. So happy to be here. I've got Andrew Cross, partner in crime, on stage with me. I'm Damon Pistolka. We're going to get going today. This is our May professional networking event. If you're listening live on LinkedIn, go ahead and share where you're listening from. Tell us what, make comments, do all that kind of stuff, because we're going to be looking at it. We're going to be interacting there. If you're in the room and you haven't connected with everyone in the room, drop your LinkedIn link in the comments here, or in the chat, excuse me, and go from there. So we're going to start this thing off like we always do. We're going to do some introductions. We're going to get people on stage. You're going to get a chance to go, hey, this is what I do. This is how I'm helping people. We're going to talk about a few things, and then we're going to ask the question of the day, which is what we're going to be doing. It's going to be, we do it every week. Come up with a different question. We're going to get going from there. So
I got to go first.
Without further ado, we got Jeffry Graham on the stage, man.
I knew he was going to do it.
He's like, you knew you were coming up first, dude.
I knew Andrew was going to do that. Shyster.
Good stuff, man. Good to see you today. We were talking earlier. So, Jeff, tell us how you're helping people and what's going on in your world today.
It's just another day in paradise. It's sunny out in Colorado, not rainy in Washington. So, no complaints there. Been working on building this cooperative. It's going really well. I used to work with these two crazies right here. Miss it every day. I love these guys. But essentially we help scale e-commerce companies and help companies go through trainings and live events and things that you can't get at the speed of e-commerce versus the speed of education. So it's very dynamic, very interesting. It's ecommercemgmt.com is our website, and or ecommerce.edu. So
awesome.
What's the question?
So the question of the day: what is one thing, if you accomplish or do this summer, we'll just make it a great summer for you?
Ooh, start restoring that Jeep in my garage.
There you go.
The 73 Commando. Probably start doing that.
Yeah.
I think if now that the weather's better, you can, work on things in Colorado. It gets like warm one day, cold the next. Get to restoring that puppy.
Yeah.
My next project, and once that's done, I'll enjoy it and then sell it.
What year is it?
It's a 73 Commando 3. It's got original 304 numbers matching. Very rare car. They didn't make very many, and you can't find one in the United States for sale. So cool. They're super, super rare.
Yeah, and
we have to have a car guy episode. I think.
Yeah, a car guy episode. There you go.
Yeah, all 98% of the cars there. So it sat in a field in Idaho for 20 years.
Wow.
And it's dry there mostly, and where it was, so it didn't take any damage. There's rust is nominal. I mean,
nice.
It's mind blowing how old the car is and
nice
how good a condition's in.
Good stuff. Well, who we have next, Andrew? Jeff, great to see you. E-commerce MGMT.
I'll talk to you soon.
Education for e-commerce businesses. There you go. Couldn't get it out. Finally did.
Coming up
soon. I don't have a tagline, but we'll work.
Yeah.
then out you go.
Yeah. AJ, how are you doing today? Glad to see you.
Great. How about you guys?
Awesome.
Are you safe in India?
Yeah,
how's it feeling here?
So in the city which I live, it's a completely lockdown for 10 days over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody can go around the streets.
No one on the streets can't go out for 10 days. Well, that's
Exactly.
probably good. That's probably good. I know when we did it here, it was quiet, but it did make a difference. It did make a difference. So AJ, how are you helping people? Let's introduce to the group and the people on LinkedIn Live here.
Hey everybody, so this is AJ. I'm from India, so I'm into the staffing industry. I work as a business development manager, recruiter. So mostly in for IT sectors like IT positions like a developers, DevOps, Salesforce, and all these kind of stuff throughout the US.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So you're helping, and when we had talked before, I believe you work with a lot of manufacturing companies and a lot of industrial kind of companies because they need more IT people generally.
Exactly. So it's not about like I mean industries and everything. So everybody who needs an IT kind of a people. So I help those kind of a people. So the biggest advantage for me is this: I come up with a background with a mechanical engineer. So when some manufacturing companies try to ask me about these kind of a positions, I can easily understand their requirements.
Okay.
So,
So your engineering background allows you to understand what your IT people that you're putting into a company can really need to be
exactly.
doing. Okay.
Exactly.
Really good.
So and for starting up the career, I work for the manufacturing companies as well. So like a brief period of 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
So I know those terminologies and what they need and all these kind of stuff.
Yeah. Great. Well,
So
I
kind
think
of a mixture like manufacturing and IT. So I have both the things in my.
yes. Good stuff. I think, well, everyone on stage now, I know Andrew Deutsch has worked in manufacturing, and Andrew Cross and I, we're in a long time. Andrew's family, Cross's family's been in it since, the early days of automotive in Detroit. So we got a deep manufacturing background here on the stage for sure, which is interesting and cool. So you've got this question is very different to you because what is one thing if you accomplish or do this, someone will make it for you? It's a lot different in India now because of the fact that with the COVID. But what would you like to see if there's one thing that you could accomplish or do this summer? What would you hope it to be?
So actually, can you just ask the question again? So I was not able to hear clearly.
Yeah. Okay. So what is one thing, if you can accomplish it this summer, will make it a great summer for you?
Stay home, stay safe.
There you go. That's good. And do that.
Exactly.
And I will tell you from with our kids are a little bit older than yours, but it's a lot of game nights, a lot of games you have to play, a lot of schoolwork you have to work with, and that kind of stuff. So it's be good. Well, thanks,
Good.
AJ, for being here. Awesome.
It's always a pleasure to be over here.
Good.
Take care, AJ. Be safe.
You guys.
Andrew Deutsch, Fangled Tech.
Can I ask you to pull someone else up on the stage and get me at the end of the list? Somebody just showed up at my front door.
Okay.
Not kidding. Actually happening.
Oh, all right.
I got
else on stage. He's like, oh, not kidding. Bernie, how are you doing today? Bernie Fusenhager.
Good.
Data scientist, marketer.
But we're not letting Andrew back on.
Here, man. Tell us how you're helping people. First of all, Bernie, you're I don't know, you may have been here once before or you're fairly new to the group, so it'd be great to introduce kind of a little bit about your background and then how you're helping people today, because I think your background is fascinating. First of all, it's fascinating to me, and I think it'll be helpful for everyone that can hear it.
Yeah, thank you. And welcome everyone. I'm glad to be here and glad to share. So I spent a 20-year career at Papa John's International, the number 3 pizza chain in the world. And a lot of my responsibilities there was looking at customer data and then building omni-channel marketing programs around that data to then, bring consumers into the brand, promote promotional items, and basically, sell pizza and our services. So my stint there ended back in March. So it's given me the time to really step back as a person, professionally and personally, to say, okay, where do I really want to focus my energies and my time? And then, over the course of that, it's, I have a business that I formed, B to the 7. And a lot of my main focus now is I'm helping brands reach, regain, and retain their consumers with omni-channel marketing, with a main focus on restaurants, on retail, on QSR, bars, any industry and or category that has loyalty programs, programs where you create an account, you download your app, because once you have that, you have a plethora of data that then you can use to then set up strategic programs to bring consumers back into the brand, to retain those consumers with drip campaigns or campaigns based off of order history or based off of customer behavior. And because you know the data, you know when those consumers are also leaving your brand, so you can reach back out and pull them back in. So, over the course of the last 3 months, trying to, refine what it is that I want to offer as a brand, this is the one area where, I can stand out with my 20 years of experience running successful programs to rely back on, and then, work with the programs and those categories to truly engage and increase. And the big thing with any of this, you can do cool stuff, but how are you increasing their sales, their transactions, and their comps? And that's the big thing. And that's what all these programs really gear up to is we want sales and we want transactions, and you've got customer data, and this is how you're going to use it. So it's a lot of strategy and it's a lot of recommendations. I don't come in and replace anybody, but I look at their programs from afar and then offer the omni-channel recommendations of how they should be running their programs.
Awesome. I do have to ask, how did you come up with your company name, B to the 7?
I get that quite often. So B is Bernie.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. And I was born on April 7th. So there's your 7. And then, just a little bit different.
There you go. Good stuff. Well, and Bernie,
and for another day, I do have another LLC that we formed called 3 Ring Circus. And we're working on the logo, the website with that. And that is actually a social media stock animation creative company that we're forming that I'll be sharing some elements that we've done once we've gotten to the point where I feel like we can share that. But
awesome.
It'll be something that's fun.
Good. Well, that's cool stuff, Bernie. I'm glad we were able to share your experience, because I just think of the Papa John's experience for you, starting with them as the size they were and coming to the size they are now, and that experience going from, and I talk, Mark Scrimmenti's on the call too, and when you take these companies through a doubling, tripling, quadrupling of size, the data handling, the structures for the people, everything changes so much. And I really value those people's experience that have gone through that, because we deal with it a lot in our clients, because it's typically what we're doing is really growing them aggressively. And only people that have really gone through it and experienced the thing like you probably saw, where your data handling systems were awesome one day, and then all of a sudden they just crapped out because you just couldn't take it, or weren't giving you what you wanted, and you have to start over again.
Or you had data in 15 different spots, and how do you pull that together to get that complete view of the consumer?
Experience the thing like you probably saw, where your data handling systems were awesome one day, and then all of a sudden they just crapped out. Back. You just couldn't take it, or weren't giving you what you wanted, and you have to start over again. Which is
15 different spots, and how do you pull that together to get that?
Someone's got me on LinkedIn.
The consumers.
Like you probably saw, where you. Oh, Andrew's got it on LinkedIn. Sorry about that. Yeah, if you put me on LinkedIn, if you put LinkedIn up, Andrew, we got like a 5 or 10 second delay.
Yep, I saw that. I thought my mic was off. But
There we go.
We just thought that point was very important. We want to.
I made the point again, but it is cool. So thanks for being here today, Bernie. So what is one thing that you that if you can accomplish or do this summer, it will make it a great summer for you? That's the question of the day.
Great question. I've got 2 daughters, one that's 16, one that's 11. And, at this time, 2 more years of high school. So as much time as possible with my girls to where we can get out, do things, be together before she goes off to, girls, they like to do their own thing, like to stay to themselves, go up to their room. But, being able to pull her out and, spend some time is the one thing that, I'm going to cherish the most. And of course, continue to grow my business. But, the family aspect absolutely first. And I do believe we're actually going to take somewhat of a vacation this summer. So that's going to be, a little change from the last year, and looking forward to it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, great to have you here. Awesome. I'm glad we could share your experiences with everyone. Make sure to connect with Bernie if you haven't already. Have a great day. Dennis Bolger, how are you today, sir?
We be doing good. Have I got any kind of an echo by any chance?
No, you're clean.
I'm clean now.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured out what was wrong. I had the wrong mic was turned on and it was feeding back through my speakers. So anyway, I'm Dennis Bolger, and I'm an insurance agent that is I'm kind of practicing, but yet I'm not. I'm supporting my son in his business, and we're building that business as we go. The important thing that we do is like we had a customer that came to us yesterday that had been a customer of ours in the past, and he said, "Hey, how do I take care of this problem? Because the city dumped a bunch of water against my basement wall, and now my house leaks all the time, and the city won't pay for it." And so we're helping him come up with a solution that may be able to help him move on and take care of his home and his family and everything else. Great people, and we love being able to interact with folks and help them create solutions. No matter whether it helps us or not, it helps them, and that's what we do. And we've got a great trap line of people that we can call on, including some of you guys, that we can push out to them and help them get from point A to point B. So there you go.
Awesome.
That's what we do.
Awesome. Well, Dennis, great that you could be here today. And I know that you've been able to get your camper out a little bit this summer already. That's good. I'm sure this is going to be a good question for you. So what is one thing, if you can accomplish or do this summer, it'll make it a great summer for you?
Well, we had our first 2-week vacation, my wife and I, together month before in the month of April. And that's the first one we've had in 40 years. And so I want to get another 2-week vacation in. But the big thing we're working on right now is we're putting together a play yard for my grandkids next to the house. And I want to get that done so that we can sit out there and watch and sit in front of a fire and watch the kids out there playing on their play structure and see them run around and grow up. That'll be fun.
Oh, awesome stuff. That's golden, man. Golden. Yeah, good stuff. So that's great. And I want to ask you one last question quick. So where did you go when you did your 2 weeks? Where were you at?
Our 2-week was over at the ocean to a place called Grayland.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go to Grayland, don't try to do it with T-Mobile and try to talk to anybody on the phone because it doesn't work so well. But T-Mobile works perfect every place else. My tower didn't work. And so it was truly putting your feet up and relaxing, which is very hard for me. And so it was a good time away.
That's
No
awesome.
self-service sounds like a plus.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a big plus.
Yep. That's good stuff. Awesome, Dennis. Great to have you here today. Grant, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking, Damon.
Awesome to see you.
Thank you. Getting into it, I one of the things that I was impressed with is the level of conversation that goes on with this meeting, and I thought to put out there that I'm looking for what we're doing to change things. I've mentioned before is getting to the getting contaminants out of this human experience, and so we're working on skincare, but that has led us into environmental engineering. So we're working on a bottle, and my big ask is, and I've connected with Andrew about this, but maybe there are other folks that have some idea. I've learned toll manufacturing. Toll, they do a part of the process. and we may have a bottle, but we need to get it filled and packed and shipped. And so if anybody knows somebody that does all those things, I'd love to hear it.
Okay. Well, that's yeah. I will connect with you after this, because the event that we have tomorrow with manufacturers in it, and the depth that we can go into manufacturing places that could do that. Yeah, we'll help you do that. We can find somebody we can connect you up with that, because that is fairly common. They just have to have the right certifications and stuff to do it for you. But yeah.
Hey, Damon.
Yeah. There we go. But I think actually in your state too, so it's closer, and so you get that as well. So awesome. Well, this is great. So we just want to make sure people understand. So you're developing a clean skincare line, right? And then you also are this clean skincare is one part of it, because you're taking contaminants out of that. And the other part of it is you're putting it actually in a container that will break down anaerobically in the landfills.
Bam.
There we go. See, that's the thing that I think is important about what you're doing, is you're taking the contaminants out of skincare, which, I use skincare stuff every day, not on my face, but lotion. Yeah. I wish. Yeah, I should, because I'm getting old, like everyone does. But it's important, because you look at all the things that, if you're sitting and watch TV at night a little bit, you can see how many times does it come up that some product now has caused cancer in people. In a lot of this talcum powder stuff has come out, and some of these other things. This is, and you just look at your bottle of lotion that you put on and go, how many of those things can I even read, first of all, and what do we know they're about? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So good stuff, Grant. I think it's awesome what you're doing. And I'm going to ask you the question. So what is one thing that, if you accomplish it this summer, will make it a great summer for you?
Give my wife, we're transitioning her from her other business. We've got a month this summer for her to relax. So I want to get her down to the beach. Hopefully there's going to be nice weather. It ain't so great in Southern California lately. So if the weather can improve, I want to get her down to the beach more often.
There you go. Awesome stuff. And the beach is always good, man. There's nothing like it, to just sit there. And even if you're not seeing it, you're just hearing it and feeling the wind off the water is awesome. So good stuff. Glad you could join us today, Grant. See you later.
Thank you.
Jacob Warren, our resident beard expert and IT solution provider.
That looks a little trimmed up. It's not as unruly as usual.
Well, speaking of products and stuff, I'm actually using the Bearded Brotherhood stuff, so it's helping keep it a little bit more tamed. So it's good stuff. So yeah, no, I help
for Bearded Brotherhood today.
Yeah.
Got to get me some of that.
I always imagine Jacob waking up in the morning and chopping wood at his house.
Yep. I take off my bark blankets and set them off to the side and just get out and that's it.
Awesome. Well, how are you helping people today, Jacob?
I am helping people tame technology. So what that means, everybody needs technology to work right. They need it to be secure. I help them do that.
Awesome. So I've got a real quick question for you. I read a little ditty this week about Microsoft 365 business clients. They said 85% of those clients have been hacked. Did you see that?
Absolutely. Because the thing that people miss out is they don't put on the security layer. So Microsoft Office 365 or Microsoft 365 is the email application and stuff like that. People buy it off the shelf and they think, hey, I'm good to go. No, you still need to put spam filtering and a whole bunch of other stuff on it. It's just like if you had it in your own infrastructure. So a lot of small businesses think that, hey, we'll just buy it. We'll pay the $12.50 a month and we're good to go. Not actually accurate. So it's not technically Microsoft's fault. It's everybody's kind of
Yeah.
has a part in that one.
So is it something that they just need to turn on, like two-factor authentication, or is it something that they need to add additional solutions?
You need so Microsoft does have a solution, but it's an add-on. That's the important part to look at. So the ideal thing is reach out to, if you have an existing IT provider, and talk to them about email security.
Awesome.
They can help you out. So that is one thing we do. We use Sophos, a line of products to help bring that layered approach.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had an experience a few years ago where a client got their email hacked. They didn't know it was hacked, and they sat there and they, someone watched emails until they made a big, they knew the money, they watched the money go back and forth in wire transfers between two owners of a business, and they ultimately emailed the owner that was transferring money to a supplier and said, "Oh, we need to change our bank account." And then, and then they went ahead and he wired the money to the wrong bank account. He was lucky enough. I don't know how the heck they did it, but they stopped the wire transfer in time because it felt wrong. And he emailed somebody right after he did it. And it was, I don't know how you can stop it, but it got it before it got transferred. But it was about $150,000. So,
yeah. No, cybersecurity is also, the threats out there. There's a lot of social engineering that goes into it now. So it's not about the attack. It's about the long-term access that somebody can get to your system without you knowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, this is a topic that I think we talk a lot about, and I feel sorry for the people on the East Coast now with that ransomware attack on the pipeline. I mean, I hope they crush those people that did that, but I don't have very much hope for that. It's just you have to. There's the tools are out there to know exactly what's going on, and so it's just like anything else. If you have a crappy door to your house that you can see through, you're probably going to get replaced quickly. But everybody forgets that same concept applies to cybersecurity. Hey, you're only as good as the building that you're in, and you got to make sure to inspect it every once in a while. Awesome. So Jacob, question of the day for you, dude. What is the one thing, if you accomplish this summer, will make it great for you?
From here to here?
From here.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, I want to go from here to here. No. No, actually, I'm going to go with the wife-approved answer, and I'm going to try to finish her honey-do list. I have a ton of projects, gardens, everything. If I can accomplish 90% of it, I think I'm in good for a great winter.
Awesome, dude. That is always a good bet. I will tell you, I've been married for 20 years, or been with my wife for 20 years, married for 12 or 13, whatever the heck it is. But that is a solid bet.
It was my 32nd anniversary.
I know, yours was just last week. That's freaking awesome, dude.
I don't know how that happens.
Amazing.
Jacob, awesome to have you here today, my friend. Always good to see you and your beard. Mark Scarmenti, I'm still excited for our conversation that we had on Faces of Business last week. I think it was last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had to look at the date. It was 5/4/5/5. We did it. Yeah. Good to have you here today.
Me too.
Tell us how you're helping people.
Thanks, Damon. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And there's plenty more we can talk about.
Yeah.
You probably got my follow-up email with, and we didn't talk about this, but here's 1,000 more thoughts.
We'll get it.
So I'm a fractional COO, and I work with visionary CEOs in the social entrepreneurship space, or the social enterprise space. So this is the intersection of profit and purpose. And I help them to clarify their goals, develop a sales and marketing strategy, and build out a scalable operation for sustainable growth and profitability.
Very good. So, you're doing something now with sports courts, and you're helping nonprofits put them into.
That's right. Yeah. So we build these. We started manufacturing them, so that's a whole other venture. But these little prefabricated soccer pitches, they're about the size. It's a 5-on-5, so it's like a futsal size field. and about the size of a basketball court. You can drop them in a vacant lot in a city, and it's really meant to serve the urban market, which is really underserved in the soccer space. People in urban communities tend not to have access to those spaces or the money involved in club sports, travel sports, all that kind of stuff. But there's a big demand for it in Latinx communities. It's taking off in other communities in urban cities. So there's a mission oriented there's a mission to the business, as well as and here's the thing is we're getting developers to pay for it. So developers have an incentive, check some boxes, and it earns goodwill with the municipalities and the communities and the alder people. And sometimes they have these green space requirements and affordable housing requirements. So it kind of fits in with that public amenity requirements.
Yeah. I really like how you guys are doing that. And it is something, because I know when you look at like where I live, it's not quite as developed, and we have the large soccer fields, but when you're in the city, it's hard. It would be, you have to drive a long ways, or you just don't have soccer fields.
Right.
It's really cool. And soccer is such a popular sport, and it's such a good aerobic sport for kids. I mean, that is something that, that basketball, these where they're running around all the time, lacrosse, those kind of things. The basketball is a smaller court, but that's the only one of them that you can do in a small space. So that's good stuff what you're doing. So for you, what is the one thing you want to accomplish to make your summer great?
Well, like Bernie and a few others here, it's focused on family. My daughter is graduating from 8th grade. We've been in house arrest for 15 months like everybody else. I can't wait to get out of here, take a little trip with her, and do something outdoors. So camping, hiking. We're in Chicago, so we'll probably drive up to Wisconsin or Minnesota or Michigan, something nearby, but where we can spend a long weekend just together and outdoors, having fun and connecting.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That'll make my summer.
Common theme going here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
Get out and
breathe.
enjoy nature. That's for sure.
Just
Awesome. Great having you here today, Mark. Thanks for being
Damon.
here.
Thank you.
Marty Vondrell, our resident EOS expert. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. How's the sound in the
It's
audio?
awesome. There was a little bit of feedback, but when you turned it down, it worked awesome. So
Okay, good.
yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you're helping people, Marty.
So if you're familiar with EOS, I'm an EOS implementer, and things are going well. I help clients get vision, traction, and healthy. There's Damon's copy there. One of the, I've been through this with you guys many times, but I help companies experience vision, traction, healthy, right? Vision from the standpoint of getting the leadership team 100% on the same page with where they're going and how they're going to get there. Traction meaning more disciplined, accountable, and executing on that vision. And healthy meaning getting that leadership team cohesive, functional, open, and honest. And as we do that, as goes the leadership team, so goes the rest of the organization. So yeah, I know, Mark, you're kind of an integrator. I know the title. Things are going well. I'm getting a lot of good clients. If you guys come across people that are talking about traction, I'd love to talk to them, because it's a really powerful system, and it's really working well for my clients. Things are growing like crazy. So one a month can't be better.
Yeah, awesome, great.
Good to hear.
So I know that you've been on a bit of a lockdown with us here in Washington. So what do you want to do this summer? What is the one thing, if you could get done this summer, would make it great for you?
It's already scheduled. We got a couple weeks separated by some time, but I'll follow Bernie and say, I got my kids that are 12 and 14, and I just want to get some time with them and spend it at the beach. We're going down to Oregon and into the mountains. So it'll be nice if we can just do that.
That's awesome. And it sounds like that your family and my family are planning the same thing, because this afternoon I'm getting in the car and going to Seaside, and then in July we're going up to Mount Rainier and staying in a place. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good stuff. Well, that's awesome, Marty. So great to have you here, and just wonderful seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing everybody.
All right. Thanks a lot. Michael Godlewski, man, how are you today from the East Coast? I am doing fantastic, Damon. Every day above ground's a good day for me.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No doubt about it. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing well. Good to see you, Michael.
Good. All righty. So,
Yeah. Did you see in the comments Mark commented about your library? We always get comments of the library. The library is awesome, dude.
I love it myself. I love it.
Yeah. So
my goal is to read every one up before I die.
Yeah. So how many books do you think you have in that library?
I have over 4,000.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm about 75% through reading them all.
Wow, that's cool, dude. That's cool. My wife leaves me have a couple little shelves for books, and she said, those are old books. You need to get rid of them. I'm like, no, I can't.
Right. I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
What do you need this for?
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, awesome. So how are you helping people, Michael?
So after Marty gets done with them and puts them through traction, then we work with those leaders who are moving in that direction, who haven't really, they've been doers. They created this company doing it. So we help them go through leadership development themselves. We help them with the whole team, develop that whole team. So they speak the same language. They have common tools, get the right people on the bus in the right seat. So making that trip to the vision a whole lot smoother and easier. Get everybody rowing in the same direction.
Yeah. And that is good stuff. And if you're a Jim Collins fan, you can relate to how important that is. But there is a distinct difference. I'm an engineer. I tend to go like the Marty route, the EOS route. You go bump through these things and get them done. But when you have the people have the basic systems and processes in place, it's like high level sports is like anything. It becomes a mental game, and getting everybody working together really is important. So cool to hear that.
Yeah. It's so important to help them get that culture, get clarity around the culture and the core values and all. And they don't, I'm working with a team right now, about 100-person HVAC company, and the leader is a great guy, phenomenal guy, the owner. And he thinks he's giving like positive feedback to everybody. But when I work with the teams in the breakout, they're like, you got to work more with our boss. And we've had those conversations, and he's coming around, which is great because he didn't know what he didn't know. And he's a high D in the disc model. So that, doesn't help either. Learning the language, learning those tools, learning how everybody communicates and how everybody is different. It's okay.
Yeah.
We want different ideas.
Yeah.
I got 12 people that think like I do. I don't need 11 of them.
Yeah. Exactly. Good stuff, Michael. So what is the one thing that you want to help with that make your summer better? What you accomplished would make it a great summer for you? Oh, I guess he's on mute there.
Okay. So for me, it's to reboot myself, to go on a 9-day silent retreat up in the mountains in Pennsylvania, where there's virtually no cell reception. Check in and I probably do 6-7 sessions of meditation a day in total silence.
That's just incredible to me. It's incredible to me because that is really dedication to yourself and learning more about yourself.
Yep. It's a great spiritual practice.
If you need a bear skin, you can talk to Jacob Warren.
Yeah, he'll get you a bear skin. Jacob will get you a bear skin. You go, no, it's good stuff though, man. That's great. And then I'm sure it'll be interesting. So when are you doing that?
Trying to get it scheduled. Look at its schedule right now, July or August.
Okay. Because I want to check with you after that, because that'll be cool. That'll be cool. I'm gonna write it down. Ron Hicks, friend, how are you today?
I am doing great. How about you?
I am just incredible, dude. Yeah. So tell us how you're helping people, man.
Well, glad to be here. So my standing meeting that I have at 8:00 on Thursdays was canceled today, so I was able to come back because I was here a little bit earlier for the networking. So as most of you know, I'm 2 months into a new job, full-time job as a COO of a creative agency, full stack creative agency, marketing, film, video production. Most of what we do, film, video production, animation. So if you've seen any animated commercials for Starbucks and Amazon, we've done those. We've done a couple of local car commercials for some car companies. Rodland Toyota was one we've done, if you've heard of them. And the Dunn Lumber, we do all of the marketing for Dunn Lumber. And we also shoot that. They have a documentary series, like a how-to documentary series that we shoot as well. So pretty interesting. And to tag on to what Michael was talking about earlier, I ended up getting this job because it's a company full of creatives, and the CEO knew it's like, hey, we're a company full of visionaries, and he didn't use that term. I'm using that for Marty, but we're a company full of visionaries, and we need an integrator. So on the leadership team, and so that's me, and I'm glad he knew enough to hire someone that sort of was not like him. There are a couple of integrators in the company, but they're not in positions to be able to do much, right? So all of the leadership is visionaries except for me.
Wow.
So very interesting. So forth. A lot of parallels, believe it or not, in this creative space that I've seen with some with engineering teams in the past. And this is a new industry for me. I've never done anything in this industry, so I'm learning a lot fast. And it's typical challenges at this level, right? Personnel challenges, everything else, and it's fantastic. I am learning as much, learn something new every day. I'm learning as much from these folks as they are learning from me. So it's been great so far.
Cool. Awesome. I was looking up on my phone here while I'm thinking about it. There's a guy by the name of Ricky O'Donnell. It's Ricky, just like you think O'Donnell, just like you think 79 on Instagram. Follow him and check out his studio. He's a creative guy out of the UK. He's got about, I don't know, 25, 30 person studio that they do some work for some big brands like you guys are doing. But yeah, it'd be, helping you in. Maybe it can, and I can introduce you if you want to.
Yeah, that'd be great. I will do that, but I'd love an introduction. The interesting thing is, I'm sure you know here, working with Microsoft, Amazon, and Starbucks, they're such big companies, you know what I mean, with so many different divisions, that working with Amazon, I think we've worked with, I don't know, 5 or 6 different divisions of Amazon, who of course don't talk to each other.
Yeah, don't talk to
the challenge. Same at Microsoft.
Like separate companies. Yeah, it's like separate companies.
Yeah.
So what is the one thing you're going to be doing this summer that would make it a great summer?
Well, working, thank goodness, right? So that's number one. But you guys have heard me say this in some of these questions before. I'm still looking to see the Northern Lights this year, right? That is my deal. So my wife and I have some friends that just bought a yacht. And so we're hoping to get some time with them up in the San Juans. And so that'll get us a little further north and a little closer to that. I'm currently in Arizona, so the rules are a little bit different here. So I've been on some hikes. I've actually been to, a restaurant with people and sat at a bar and had a beer. So that part's been great because it's been too long since I've been able to do that. But still seeking the Northern Lights for the summer. That'll make it a great one.
I think the best thing is not to have a boat, but have a friend who has a boat.
Absolutely.
100%. 100%. I know that from experience. So, Andrew Deutsch.
Last but not
least, we started out with you, and you had somebody come to the door. So it's great to see you, my friend.
You too.
Always doing stuff. You've been on a lot of podcasts this last couple of weeks. I've been enjoying them. And
I have. It's been nutty. I was just this morning on another one in England.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. They speak English over there?
They do.
Yeah. Funny accent.
Yeah, funny accents. Funny accents for sure. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about how you helping people, Andrew.
Every day helping clients go back to their core to build a strategy to go to market and convert every touch to voracious advocates for their brand. And also with my podcast, The Fangled Cast, which is getting more and more sort of traction in the little podcast world every month. Lots of good stuff going on.
Nice. And our resident video expert. I mean, heck, when he does every minute every day, I'm still struggling to, go through his class and figure out how to. I didn't get a green screen yet, which I need to, but all this other, it's a great. And if people haven't done that, they want to stand out on video. Talk to Andrew about the course. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Good. Yeah, we're actually this month we're running until June 1st. $100 off on the course I'll throw the link in the chat.
Yeah, that's awesome. The videos are great. I mean, I got the tablet to do it, and all the other inexpensive software to do it. And I've been playing with it. I actually need to do it because for me and what we're doing like today here, going to LinkedIn Live from Remo, I think it'll streamline the process a lot and actually help to automate some things. So
yeah, I put AI in now. So now when I misbehave, the actual software disciplines me. It teach. Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
Andrew loves his job.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
I do.
I admire that.
Yeah. So, what is the one thing that you want to accomplish to make your summer great?
Probably downsize. We're in the process of doing final repairs to the house and getting it sold so we can get into something smaller. It's very expensive to maintain this helipad, Damon. We've decided, just the two of us now, with all the kids grown and grandkids and otherwise, there's too much space. When you got to text your wife to find out where she is, it's time for a smaller house.
Yeah.
And that's our big goal, is to do that and find something a little cozier to live in.
You are a brave soul, my friend. You are a brave soul. Yeah.
I'm going to have you come by and help me move the fish tank. That'll be fun.
Okay. Yeah. Not with my back. But, awesome. I see Ira's in the crowd too, Andrew. We can bring him up then after Andrew. And
okay. And I thought Troy was too, but
Troy was? Let's see.
Yeah, but I don't see him.
Okay.
And Ira, I can't let him on. I think he can just come up.
Ira, are you going to be on with us today?
There he goes. Yeah.
There you go, Ira. How are you doing today, man?
There he is.
Sorry, I had to turn the mic on. Yeah, I still have admin role.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
I'll have to create a new profile. So I'm doing good. I'm doing very good.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
So tell us how you're helping people today, Ira.
So right now I'm in website developer mode. I'm building 5 websites right now, which is insane. But I feel like a professional juggler. So
no doubt.
So Bowman Digital Media, for those of you who don't know, Bowman Digital Media, we do really 6 core services. They're all kind of related. Social media management for small businesses is the main thing, and then the rest of it kind of just helps with that. But it's website development for people who don't have a site, or maybe their site is really old and needs to be updated. Then we do graphic design, which is my core skill is actually graphics. And then let's see, so there's photography, videography, and the one that kind of doesn't fit in when people think about it is SEO. But as I was talking about yesterday on a show, a lot of the content that you put into the website is actually what is helping with the SEO, and that's why I offer SEO services.
Yep. If you do those videos right and the pages you build from them, it will definitely help your SEO. That's for sure.
Well, I'd like to tell people too, like, look, if you're writing blogs or you're doing videos, you have long form content. You take that information and repurpose it, and you have everything else. So I typically will start with a video script or a blog, and then make everything else from those.
Start with a video script or blog.
Yeah.
I'm writing that.
Yeah, because it's a lot of content. So then you break it up. Like, for example, when you do one of your podcasts, on Tuesday or Thursday, you can then take those and break them up into like 30-second and 60-second videos. And now you have social media posts. Well, you also, if you think about that, you could take the video out and just write about it too. Question and answer. You could tag the person that was answering the question. And now you've got all kinds of content that you didn't even think about. Because how many of you are struggling out there to come up with something to say? Like, you need to post, but you don't know what to post about. is go back to your last video podcast and pull stuff out, extract stuff out.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome having you here today, Ira.
Thanks,
and great seeing you again. And good luck with 5 websites at once. I had enough trouble just updating one.
See you on the other side.
Thank you. Yeah, luckily I'm not alone. I actually have a team of people that help me. So
Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff.
Here.
Well, Andrew, have we got to get Troy up yet? Is he going to come up, or he's just listening? He's in listening mode.
Yeah, he might be.
Okay. Awesome.
Well, and maybe he might be gone. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we got people, we got everyone up. If you haven't got up, let us know. So we're getting close to the end here, and I want to just take some time on that in this event to let people talk. What's that?
Are you going to answer the question?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
David?
I forgot. That's good. Well, we always did it. I always like, I'm going to the next thing. My your head goes on.
You went right by there.
Yeah, I went right by it. So let's start with you, dude. So
No.
first of all, let's see how good you do our elevator pitch or whatever you want to say, and then we can talk about your question.
Right back at you. Thank you. So, most of us have heard, Exit Your Way here is we help business owners juice their companies so we can sell them for more money and let them get on with their lives. So how's that one?
There you go.
Trying. And we do that with our team of our excellent consultants. And quite a few of them are in this room. And they go in and work on companies hands-on and kind of manufacture an exit that our clients want to see. That's that. But
yeah. So the question.
My son is finally getting married in October. After a big delay of over a year, just like everybody else is going through, and with a great woman for going on 8 years now. So I got about 20 pounds that has to come off between now and October. That's a fit in the nice suit. That's my goal. If I get that done, it'll be a good summer.
That's awesome, and it's great to see that. I know Ian. It's awesome to see him. He's been it's a great gal too that he's with, and
she's terrific.
Happy for him,
really,
you guys.
Really excited about that.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I'll do mine. And Damon Pastalka and the other half of Exit Your Way right now, and we're, like Andrew said, we're helping people get their business running better, and that's honestly where we start with everything we do. The sale of the business is something that happens with our clients often because their business is running right, and it's going to give them the money they want for whatever they're going to do next in life. And it really is interesting because we are typically working with clients that are in their 40s and 50s. Most people think that we would be working with clients that are in their 60s and 70s. And while we do, the vast majority of our clients are in their 40s and 50s because they see the need and want to build a business that can give them the money they need to do whatever it is next they want. And that's what we do. Hands-on, we love running businesses. We have fun, even with our sales-only clients. I think they're a little bit surprised and overwhelmed sometimes because we're asking them questions like we would be running the business asking ourselves, and it helps them get them ready for the sale through the diligence and everything else. So if people have seen me talk, they know I'm pretty passionate about it. I have fun doing it. So
it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's fun. I mean, when there's nothing I've ever done like the fact that when an owner gets the wire transfer, hits their account, and you get the call.
Yeah. I think the only time it's people who have more rewarding experiences maybe when a baby's born. But it's a similar experience at that day.
And I can remember even selling big tens of millions of dollars worth of product sales in the B2B world. That was cool and everything, but it's just not like this when you're really helping somebody create a better future for themselves and create the generational wealth for their families. So
it's a big event.
What I want to do for the summer, my stuff to accomplish for the summer is really simple. I've
just finished up my knee surgery a couple weeks ago. I'm ready. I'm walking well already. I'm starting to do a little bit of exercise with it. It's going well. There's one hike that I'm going to complete this summer. That's up to, what is it? Mailbox, whatever here. You've probably heard of it, Andrew, up here. It's a pretty grueling hike. I'm going to do that. And then, I also, this is the last summer our son will probably be around because it's the last year. He's got one more semester of college, and we're going to spend a lot of time on the deck relaxing.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to do. And
awesome.
We do have a couple brief vacations planned to sneak in and out around here in the Northwest, but that's will make my summer. Yeah. So, well, we're getting close to the end here, Andrew. We had it was a great getting to hear everyone talk, everyone sharing. I mean, I'm always amazed at the people that come back and visit us and share with us, and the conversations we have before and after the event. And I encourage people that are listening on LinkedIn Live to join us here on Remo if you want to. If you want to do the networking, we do it with all of our events. And we have, so Remo is a great platform for it. It's easy to get on and do those kind of things. Let's see. That's about it. I just think that I'm really grateful for this. We are going to be making some changes in June and in July, which I think it's exciting for us right now. We're working on them with some people, and I'm talking to more people about that now. And our next week, we're talking about IoT and what is it? Internet of Things. Duh, I had to come up with it. But we got Mahid. I can't remember Mahid's last name now. I can't. But Mahid, he helps people with industrial buildings, and they actually can reduce the energy usage in buildings by like 60-70% when they do the right things to them. And he's going to talk about how that technology and how that works and how that's transferring into things in our homes and our businesses and everything else. So IoT and just how stuff works together is really interesting. And I think it'll be great learning from him. So Andrew, take it away, man.
Yeah, all that wraps it up pretty good. Yeah, some changes coming. We're going to start up a little bit, do a little different formats, kind of have some fun with this, different topics. So that's all coming up. Stay tuned. Look forward to seeing you all next week.
Yeah.
Exit Your Way.
Yep. Had a lot of fun. We're dropping off LinkedIn. People want to hang around on the tables. Go ahead. Yep. We're going to stop presenting now. Boom. Have a great day, everyone.
See y'all.